What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to talk about gearing and a TP motor. Okay, there's a lot of different TP motors, different specs, different cans, different KVs. We got one particular motor over here which usually people use it for a drag. It is a TP 2900 kill motor here. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I am going to be using this on my Arrma Typhon here. I did a lot of runs with Typhon and got crazy numbers, crazy crashes, but I am gonna plan something for this summer, coming up summer, and I do have a little bit of listing right here that I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna bring the camera closer. So this is a 2900 kV motor. So how would you gear this motor? So let's say you have 2300 kV motor, which is a lot less kVs than this 2900. So if you watch my other videos, you will understand KVs and what does KV means. So it does depend on your battery that you're using, LiPo, 6S, 4S, or 3S. How many volt is applied to this motor? And it does. We're gonna talk a little about. I have a little bit of writing over here, which we're gonna come closer. So these are set of gears I have here. This one gear by itself will be the spur gear that I will give you example with, and the rest of these will be the pinion gears, which will go onto this motor. So this motor will accept this gear. You will see some of these gears have a 8mm shaft hole. Don't pay attention to that. It's all about me just getting some gears up on this table. So I do have a couple of gears coming, and I do have a list of gears over here that you're gonna see. So let me bring this camera over, and we will talk about how I would gear this motor and to get a good performance out of it. I do connect my cars with data log, so you are going to need a laptop and you are going to have to get some data log out of this to understand what you would put on your vehicle and what kind of data, what kind of performance it did. Let's say you do a run, you would check the temperature on this motor and your RPMs, and that will give you an idea what you did wrong, what you need to fix, what you did wrong. Anyways, let's take a look more closer at these gears. So on this end of the piece of paper, we do have this motor is rated for 2900 kV. So what that means is constant velocity. So this motor, if you're gonna be doing a 6S run, so let's say we was gonna do an 8S, and let's say you apply 30 volts to this motor, and it all depends on your trigger as well. If your trigger is not good, if you're just gunning it, it's probably gonna do something crazy. So you gotta go smooth on the trigger. So each set of gear that I will be using will give me. I would have to do a couple of runs to get a good performance out of it. So 2900 kV, 30 volts. If you're doing an 8S. And that should give you roughly about estimated 87,000 RPMs. Is this motor going to do 80,000 RPMs? It's probably not going to do 87,000 RPMs, and this would be just like this, okay? You not under load, not on the vehicle, not running this car. It's not going to give you the 87,000 RPMs. So let's give or take 87,000 RPMs. Let's just subtract 10% out of that, so that would be probably like 70 some. Let's get 75,000. Let's say 70,000 RPMs, or let's say 65,000 RPMs. So if you take a look at the gears, so if you do want to start from zero, from scratch, you want to take your spur gear here. You want to put this motor onto a pinion, all the way to the lowest pinions you can. Okay. So what you would do is any high VK motor does not like a big gear, okay? You do not want to put a big gear because the motor is going to heat up and it's not going to give you RPM. So let's say you take this 16, this is, I believe, is a 16 tooth pinion here with a 45 here. So let's say you do a run and you get roughly about 50 miles per hour, okay? So it's not going to give you a good amount of mileages here, probably a lot less than 50, probably 50 if you get lucky, and there's no actual number that I can give you what kind of mile per hour you would get with this gear. But what this gear is going to do is, it's going to give you a good amount of RPMs, okay? It's going to let the motor do its job because it's not going to put a lot of stress, strain onto this motor. and you might max out your RPM. You might reach 60,000 RPM with this gear. So this gear, you want to go higher mile per hour, you want to switch up to the next gear. This gear might give you 55 or 53 mile per hour. Your motor temperature might go up a little bit, and your RPM might drop by 1,000. It's all about data log. Okay, you need to connect your data log. If you're using the Castle system, it's very easy. Okay, you do need to get data log out of this. So that wouldn't be a good idea. So you will switch up to a 27. Okay, if you look at my chart sheet over here, I will show you at the end of the video here. I do have it in different order here, but this would be one of the gears that I will start off. Okay, 27. I am gonna probably start off with a 27 tooth, even though, like I said, I do have another 27 sitting around. So 27 and 45. What I have in my Typhon here is I have a 34 spool, and I am gonna start off with the 27 pinion. I might reach good 80 mile per hour, and looking at data, my data log might show that my RPM did not reach where I wanted to, and RPM might be a little bit close to it. My temperature, motor temperature might not go crazy, but I want to go faster. What we're going to do is we want to take the next gear, which is, I believe this is okay. This is a 20. Okay, that was a 25. I'm sorry. So now we're reaching up to 27. So let's say we're gonna go back. This might give me 60 mile per hour. So the next gear might give me about 67 mile per hour with the 45 spur. And RPM, I might be looking at that. I'm not getting good RPM. Okay, and motor temperature might go up. But we want to switch up because we want more mile per hour. So we're gonna skip this gear because it does go a little bit down. We're gonna go to we're gonna skip this also because I had a few 27s. So we're gonna jump to probably a 29. Okay, this one is 30, but let's give an example. This was a 21. Let's take this as a 29. 29 and a 45. Okay, what it's gonna do is it's probably gonna give me 100 mile per hour. Like I said, it might not be a great number. That my numbers might not be actual. That it's not gonna, you put on these gears, you're not gonna get 100 mile per hour. Okay, you might get 90, you might get 110. You never know. It all depends on how good your trigger was, your battery, everything matters. But what we did here was pretty much we're going through a series of gears. So the next gear, let's put this way. So I will step it up a bit. 30. And a 45. I might get good RPM, close. It's gonna get close to the RPM that I want, and it's probably gonna heat up the motor a bit. Okay, so it's all about you understanding the RPMs and the motor temperature. So we're gonna step it up a bit. We're gonna go 31. 31 might give me. It is gonna give me a good number. It might not give me a good number, but going 31 is gonna bring the temperature up on this motor, and it might drop your RPMs. Okay, so let's say the next one is, we have a 41 here. Okay, 41. So if I'm using a 39 and I'm sorry, 34, and let's say this was a 34 and this was a 31 or 30. That's pretty much close to 1 and 1 also. Okay, that's gonna put a lot of load on my motor. Okay, my miles, I might not get more because I'm going high. I'm going too high now. My mile per hour might drop. My RPM might drop. The temperature is gonna skyrocket. Okay, now we're gonna go further. 45 and a 43. What that's gonna do is it's gonna put a lot of load on this motor. It's gonna make your temperature go even higher. You might blow the motor at this point. You don't want that. Okay, so you don't want to blow up a motor, and so the understanding here is high kV motor. There's not like a big gear. It does not like a high temperature. It's gonna blow, okay? So the whole process here is, so we're gonna take a look at the gears that I'm gonna be running now. We're gonna bring up the camera a bit. So now we went through a series of gears. What we're planning on this summer is, we're planning on this right here. We're gonna start from the top here. We're gonna start with 27 pinion and a 34 spur. That's what I got in this baby right here, okay? So the motor's not in there, my mount is out of there, so if you lift the hood, there's no motor in this baby. This is the motor that's gonna go in there. We're gonna do all this in order, okay? So we're gonna start off with 27 and a 34 pinion. We're gonna keep the pinion the same. 60, I'm reading all backward from here. Then we're gonna move it up to 28, okay? 28. What is it gonna give us? That's just one tooth. Then we're gonna keep the pinion spur the same. Pinion goes up. 29. Then we're gonna go to 30, 31, 32, and a 34 is gonna get a little bit risky. The temperature of my motor is gonna go up. The RPM might drop, and I'm sure it's gonna drop. But it's all about experiment out there. So we're gonna experiment this, and we are gonna be doing speed runs, and you guys are gonna see it on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And if you guys want to add, there's a lot of big dogs out there. So if they want to add more information, they can leave a message down below. But that is what we're gonna do. Okay, if my motor blows, my motor blows. So all I want to do is let you guys know to be careful, because you can gear up wrong, blow your motor, you blow up your ESC. The motor is most likely to go first. The ESC might go before the motor, but most likely you're gonna destroy your motor. And ESC, if you use it, depends on the ESC you're using. So we're gonna be using MS8 in here. We do have that plugged up in there. To program the ESC is another thing. So do watch my video how to program a Castle ESC that's you're gonna run a TP motor on. So I am gonna be doing a data log video on this. So how to program the ESC, and each one we do, we are gonna take a look at what kind of data we got out of this baby, and hopefully I don't blow my motor. Wish me good luck. See you guys on the floor. And don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and give it a thumbs up. And anybody that thinks I did give a little information wrong, or did not give information wrong, or if they think I am wrong, all you need to do is leave a message down below, and that way other people can understand. And a lot of people might think, okay, I'm giving out too much information. That's too bad. It's my choice what I want to do. I do got other plans, crazy gearings. Stay tuned for those. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching my video again. See you guys on the field.